Jackson and
No
James
theme
Brown.
music today.
With better hair.
Boom. Honey. What's happening, world? Happy Friday. Welcome to another episode of Cognac Confessionals. I'm your host, Deshaun, here at Where Media Meets Studios, in conjunction with VJ TV, Pharaoh Films,
Hey.
History in the Making Entertainment, Keep It Cloudy Productions, you know. Friday, it's first Friday too, huh? First Friday of
The first Friday
February
we're out of business.
is United Negro Month, whatever y'all black people celebrate. You know, that month they give y'all. It's y'all time. Show out. Show up and show out. You know what I'm saying, niggas?
Real spit though. First Friday downtown went out of
What's that?
business. They said they're going on hiatus for a few months due to budget cuts.
Okay. Well, shit. You know, we here tonight.
Shangtown
Got a
wins
good show.
again.
It's beautiful Friday. It's storming as fuck, but you know we making it happen. Even before we start, though, I just want to do a rest in peace to Carl Weathers, man.
Man,
You know what I'm saying? Apollo Creed,
such a great
Mandalore,
human being.
Action Jackson, man of many talents. Was in Predator.
Yeah,
Was a played for the Oakland Raiders.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Town biz.
Mm-hmm.
Rest in peace of that man.
With
You
the
know what I'm
SF
saying?
State, you know.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna let everybody introduce themselves as usual, starting with my cohort to my left.
Hey, what's up? My name is Tiki 1000, and I'm a MC, and I just do a lot of things. I just bring the flavor.
And it's your boy Camouflage, K-A-M-M in the building. We got a good show for y'all tonight. Welcome to the first Friday of February, Black History Month episode. We about to get it poppin'.
What's good? My name is Pharaoh. I'm a Mac. I'm a player. I'm a Captain Saver. You feel me?
That's what it is.
Okay. You got jokes.
What's happening with you?
Man, it's your girl
Tiki 1000. Y'all follow me at TIKI10HUNIT. Support the movement. We out here.
That's what's up. Welcome to the show. Glad you're here. It's a beautiful Friday.
I want to ask you, as an entertainer, and the person making your way, what's with all the people who should be so happy beefing? I see Jaquise and Trey Songz had an actual physical fight. I'm hearing that Megan and Nikki's not getting along too well. When you get to that platinum level, you gonna be out here beefing?
I'm gonna be beating the shit out of them. I'm just playing. I think that shit is mostly, it's strategic. It's a distraction. We was just talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more so annoyed by the comparison of the female rappers. Like we all don't have a crown or something. You know what I'm saying? We all should have our own throne. I'm in my own lane. I'm not about competing with females. If anything, we could collab or just stay out of each other's face.
Mm-hmm. Now that you've been about your business for a long time, what I'm saying is like, is there something that someone could do to get you off your square when you reach that level of success?
Yeah, definitely. You fuck with my family.
Gotcha. So it had to be something real.
Yeah, it have to be some real shit. Like I'm realizing even at the the up and coming level, you can't beef with everybody on the internet. Like I want to sit there and comment back to everybody like motherfucking and do some research so I can really get at you, but it's a waste of time. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody got assholes. Everybody got opinions. So shit.
That's true.
And sometimes it's like you could say what you would do before you in that situation. So I guess we're gonna find out and see.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna be on the internet talking shit about somebody and not see them in person, and then it's a whole different. Hey sis, like
Right.
hella fake. You feel me?
So
I
you're
hear
gonna
you.
keep it all the way solid.
So
Alright. And do it moving, keep it cordial.
you got to.
It's still business, but
Exactly.
I know what you want.
It's business.
Mhm.
At the end of the day, I think society puts, like you said, this pressure that there can only be one. Like
It's
Highlander.
Highlander, exactly. When it comes to females in this rap business, you know, and it's room for everybody.
I think the fans be creating a lot of the beef too. Like
Oh yeah.
we be too into it. Like, we actually know these people. Like,
Mm.
these are characters. Like, get the mic. I'm not about to be walking down the street doing the same stuff I would do while I'm performing. I'm a performer, you feel me? But
Right.
also, I'm an individual, so I demand my respect, you know?
Right.
Now, if I'm on stage and somebody throw a bottle, like, Lord, please help me.
Right.
Like, I ain't trying to go to jail. So I don't
It
judge
slipped
them
out
for
my
their
hand.
reactions because they human. Like,
Yeah, we all.
Human.
you know, I don't like it. But it's part of the game, I guess.
I hear you. So for the people that's
Unfamiliar with you, tell the people who you are, where you from.
Yeah. Well, everybody know me as Tiki. I was grinding under the name MC Red for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up in West Oakland.
Okay. Town
One
biz.
Projects. It's a notorious project, so I try to shine my light on the positivity of, you know, coming from where I came from.
Mm-hmm.
I left at 17, went to UCR, and I was in a lot of shit, like, growing up.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I think that saved my life, just getting away.
Mm-hmm.
I joined.
Anteaters.
Huh?
Anteaters.
I'm a Cancer, but I'm a different type of crab.
UC
You
Riverside.
feel me?
Yeah,
I
Anteaters.
don't, you know, that crab in the barrel mentality, and my loyalty just kept pulling me into all type of bullshit. Like, I'm not the type that really get into it with people, but if I'm for you and you call me, I'm coming, you know? So
That's what's
I
up.
just needed a little distance. School was dope. I
Mhm.
partied a lot. I ran the BSU. I
Okay.
joined Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated.
Devastating
You
divas.
feel me? I ain't gonna tell y'all what year I pledged. I'm telling my age, mind your business. But what else about me? I got 2 kids. I'm a single mom.
Mm-hmm.
I've also interned here for VJ TV Network. Rock took me under his wing, so that was dope. A lot of great opportunities. BT, you name it.
Yeah.
What else? I don't know. I'm a chill, laid back person. I got alter egos, and you never know what you're gonna get from me. Like, I'll walk into one of my shows quiet like this. Not quiet like this, but laid back, and then you like, damn, I didn't know she was gonna go like that. Yeah. I don't know, you know.
Why the switch in name? 'Cause at one point
actually-
I was following MC Renty, and I was
Yeah.
I just thought y'all looked hella much alike.
That's funny.
It took me a minute to figure out it was the same person.
Honestly,
I'm slow like that.
I have Tiki TV Productions, so I always been branding Tiki, but
Mhm.
you can look back on YouTube and see that I was always branding Tiki 1000 parallel to MC Red, but I always, you know, distributed my music under MC Red. So that was my official stage name. But when my Instagram started moving, people just thought I was Tiki 1000 in the Bay Area. So I moved around. After college, I moved to New Orleans, moved to LA. I moved around a lot.
Okay.
But when I came back home, like 4 years ago, I started really pushing my camera hard.
Okay.
So I just like, all right, Tiki 1000, made the Instagram, and people started, you know, they started moving more towards that name, and like
Now, am I
not
the only
really
person
knowing
that's
that I
been
was doing
confused?
music. Well, that's because so my Facebook started. What was that, like 2009?
Please tell me I'm not the only dumbass that was like, wait, MC Renty, y'all the same person?
So that platform, like, I literally have a lot of social media platforms, and I target my audience. So that platform originally had a lot of people from my college. So I was in a group called He Rock Camp, and we were performing at UC Riverside. So I just added as many people as possible. Made another page. I can't remember the name, so many names, but I would target New Orleans, or I'll target different demographics. So I feel like Instagram first saw me with the camera, and everybody was shocked, like, oh, you do music? But on Facebook, you can go back and see that, you know, I did have that pause, but, you know, so I guess they just ran parallel in and out, and each following knows a different side of me. So,
Okay. So, where did you get your start? Where did you first get your bug to be in this MC?
first started wanting to rap, or first time getting a manager and all of that.
Go break it down.
Well, shit, at Mac, we, you know, sitting at the table lunchtime, eating up the spoon, you feel me, going in on hours. But yeah, just vibing with the homies. My sister, my big sister, let her rap. My brother was heavy on music. College, my grandma and grandpa, they bought me a laptop, the MacBook. It was a MacBook Pro. So, you know, GarageBand on there. So my friends would be amping me during the freestyle, so I started, you know, I started recording.
So
My
you
first
was a
song.
spoiled kid.
Yeah, I wasn't spoiled. I was blessed. Shit. Shout out my mama, man. You know what's up. But yeah, my first song was called "His Tongue Is Jerking," and it was to the Gucci Man "Go Hard" beat. And my profiles, they wasn't feeling it, but the school was feeling it. They was not feeling it. They're like, you need to come anew. So I did that one. Actually, take that back. My first song was called "Intelligent Beyond All Means." So before I got the laptop, I had the little iPod with the camera on there. And we shot a music video. It's still up. I'm kind of embarrassed, but y'all can check it out.
Hey, you gotta start somewhere.
One of my group members, he filmed it for me. And I wrote the song, and that was my first time actually giving it some thought. You know what I'm saying? Thinking about all the stuff that was going on in the world. I would lead different assemblies. We wouldn't call it assemblies, but I'd be in front of school, you know, telling them about the bees dying, you know, global warming, all this. They like, you always on some conspiracy theories. So they wasn't trying to hear that shit.
Because the blind people, you know.
But we in college, though, so you should be open to this knowledge. That's right. That was my assumption. I was extra woke at the time, like, and I was kind of predicting some stuff that was going to take place in the future. I guess I was a conspiracy theorist at first.
So
and it's weird because later on, people were like, damn, you was right. Like,
okay.
So how would you describe your rap style to somebody who hadn't heard your music yet?
Right now I think it's more melodic. I like to talk about love. I like to freestyle a lot. You know, get in my little cognac zone, go home and draft. But now I'm trying to get more structured and, you know, find a different lane. I have this one sound that I've been sticking to and, you know, nurturing and developing. If I had to give it a comparison, I'd be like some Dej Loaf, Kamaya, Cardi, like a mixture of like what's popping, but my sound, my voice is distinct. I don't think I sound like anybody.
Whatever happened to Dej Loaf? She was there for a minute.
She's still grinding, but you know,
Industry.
the agenda is not her right now.
Yeah, thank you.
So, but her fans are still rocking with her. So yeah, but
So what's your latest like song that you did, and where can people find your music?
the latest ones are now. We're working on the album right now. Game Goddess. I'm gonna drop that March 31st on my mama and my daughter's birthday.
Okay.
But the last project,
What's the name of it gonna be?
it's gonna be Game Goddess because I am her.
That's what's up.
Yep. That's dropping. But I've been performing 2 tracks off of there just to get, you know, a response from the people and see if they feeling it or not. So for me, FA_ME, put it together, spell fame, drop that, and I say if it's for me, it's gonna make me better. And that's just with anything in life, like, or anybody. Like, if you, for me, you part of my development, my growth, you're gonna make me better, you feel me? The other one is Right Foot, Left Foot. I really, really love that song. I'm kind of singing. I ain't no singer, but shit, you ain't gonna tell me stop singing.
Hey,
you feel me? It's real uplifting. I feel like the hood, they feeling it, like talking about where I come from, and just giving you something to vibe to. And I got my little steps, so I always consider myself like a sister soldier. You know, I wear the army fatigue. Shout out to the Deltas, that inspired that. But you know, I feel real militant. Like the people gonna feel it. And the remix got to go even harder. Like, I think that's one of my ones that can potentially take off.
Okay. So as far as artists who you've worked with, who have you worked with?
Who have I worked with? Worked with a lot of artists with the camera, but on some music stuff, just dropped a mic drop to Lil Kim's Jump Off with Gianna.
I saw that.
Yeah, that shit fire.
Yeah, that's some nice shit.
I work a lot with Untamed DZD from Arkansas.
Okay.
Yeah, I shot a lot of his videos, and he produced a lot of beats for me. And we got a project coming too, but I don't have a date for it yet. But our stage presence is crazy, so I love performing with him. Who else have I worked with? I just worked with Fluid. I don't know if you guys heard.
I know Fluid is.
Yeah, he put me on one of his albums. He got like 2 or 3 coming out.
I follow him.
Yeah. So,
Need to reach out to get him on the show.
Yep, we just did a song like 2 weeks ago, I think. Who else?
Gianna used to come down here.
She's coming soon.
In fact, yeah, even our old studio, Gianna's been one of our old school, real talented MC.
Yeah, she dope.
That's what's up.
Gianna Ferret.
Yeah.
So.
Oh wait, hold on, I got a few
Go
more.
for it.
Kedra, shout out Kedra on stage.
Oh yeah, that's the homie.
Kedra, Mr. Max Prime. These all people that was on my first album. Killed the music. My girl
Shout out to Kelda. That's the
I love-
homie.
Oh man, Killed.
Kelda's been on here several times. That's the
She gives a
homie.
lot of opportunities to us. You know.
Yeah, she does.
Um,
She's a mover. She's a hustler. She is about getting shit done.
yeah.
She got her hands in many
Shout
pots
out
like
to
a
Killed.
chef.
Love you, sis. Who else? I think that's it on the album. Hopefully, I ain't missing nobody. But yeah, I'm looking forward to working with a lot of more producers.
Mhm.
You know, I want to find a new sound and challenge myself a little bit. As far as female artists, I'm kind of open to it. Like, hit me up if y'all want to work. I see a lot of, artists moving. I just try to be careful with who I collab with.
Right.
You know, it could be dope, but you just want to
Gotta
be
make
careful.
sure it makes sense.
Yeah, make sure it makes sense. And
Yeah,
shit could go bad,
true. I mean,
or shit could go good.
yeah,
So-
always keep a positive.
Thought. One thing about, like we were saying earlier, and even we spoke on before the show, when it comes to
To the females in rap, too many people act like it can only be one.
Right.
But you got, I know a plethora of sisters that got bars.
Right.
And go. And a bunch of them, I see them in little groups. They get together, they do
shit, they come together and do songs, this be dope. But then when you go to these other levels of it, that's when you get the labels, like you said, the fans, the people they try to, they talking, they doing. That shit is so whack.
It's at the low level too. You're just looking at people that are successful,
I got a question from the audience.
My man Ivory. What's up, bruh? He says, what's your dream collaboration?
Dream? Missy, definitely.
Okay.
Can't lie. I love me some Missy.
That's what's up. That's
I was in a dance group. I wasn't that good at dancing, but we used to make a lot of routines to Missy Elliott. So.
yeah, Missy is dope.
Definitely is dope. And she in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Beastin'. So, besides what you've been doing, you've been doing show dates or appearances.
We're lining up interviews. I did the On the Spot podcast. That's
Okay.
my second one. Kilda actually was my first interviewer. Shout her out again.
Yeah.
But as of now, we just filling up the calendar and branching out.
Okay.
I feel like I've been stepping at home. People looking, they watching, and interacting. I'm not gonna buy no followers. Like, I'm getting them organically. You feel me?
Keep
So
it real.
right now, I'm just open to different opportunities and telling people, tap in with my manager so we can do business the right way.
Shout out your manager.
It's better
Shout
to
out
have
Miss
2 or
Glitter, you
3.
feel me?
It's better to have 2,000 or 3,000 real followers than 30,000 fakes and a bunch of people from India
All
in
them
your,
bots.
in your comments,
Hell yeah.
or that other shit where I see people getting 3,000 likes and 2 comments.
All right.
Yeah.
I got hacked in June, so we started over. But it's dope to see, like, you paying attention to who's following, who's commenting back. I think it's important for artists to actually engage with the people that's supporting.
Sure.
And like, I see you, And you're going to get the bandwagoners. They see you by a celebrity. I always believe in you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, you can tell.
Come to
who-
my next show,
Exactly. So where have you been performing at lately?
Shit, we've been all over. We performed Chico, open for Kamaya.
Okay, shout out to Kamaya
Shout
Town,
out to
bitch.
Kamaya. San Francisco, Compton Ave. Where else? Vallejo Chris Club. That's another underground spot that's popping. My first time there was, I think it was like last month. Dope vibes. I've done a lot of poetry lounge. I don't know if you're familiar with that. The artist retreat.
Oh
I
yeah.
feel like I got a lot of my
Shout out
practice
to the
there.
artist retreat, man.
Yeah, and love. Like, it's a lot of
homie.
dope artists there.
Twice. It's happening.
Shout out Big Twice, Uncle Phil.
Twice. That's the homie. You been on the show.
DJ Igor B. Shout out
Oh
DJ
yeah, Igor. That's my guy. What it
Man.
do?
That's the first person that let
That's
me
my
perform in
guy.
Oakland. Like, I think it
Shout
was
out Igor.
2019.
Shout out
Sweet
Igor.
Fingers.
Bay Life Radio. Shout out them. They be doing big things.
Sweet Fingers.
Yeah.
Always trying to make it happen. That's what's up.
But yeah, for now, just, taking each door to open another one. Like, once you walk through one, more opportunities come. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
So we got music. Now you saying about the camera, so you behind the camera too?
yeah, but the music is kind of keeping me extra busy right now. So I'll do like random bookings. I'm not extra pushing the camera right now. I'm pushing the microphone.
There you go.
Yeah, so I'm
mean, I will push the camera. You gonna pay me?
Yeah.
But
So
right
you
now,
got you photography, filming, you
I
do
do
videos.
more film, like a lot of events. I do event highlights,
Okay,
Birthdays, just creative visuals,
that's what's up.
branding visuals, like you're trying to market your clothing line.
Right.
But yeah,
Shout
music
out to Hip
videos
Hop
definitely.
TV.
Music
Sean
videos.
Granberry is watching.
Shout out.
What's
man,
up? The homie, bro, what's good?
Yeah, shout out Sean, man.
Yeah,
A lot
that's
of
the homie.
opportunities.
That's
Oh
the
yeah,
folks.
he had me at the Juneteenth in San Francisco. Dope,
Okay.
crazy lineup.
Sean has an event tonight downtown where they're developing artists and stuff like that. So I encourage any artist to tap in, get in your car, get on down there tonight.
Pull up. Yeah, that's lit.
Right. So, I got a question for you. And this is when it comes to, because I saw a clip of it was The Problem. He had a comment, and I felt it 100 too. He's like, the West hate on the West more than anybody else. Everybody be in the way or hating on each other.
You think so?
Oh, definitely. Don't get me wrong. There's some camaraderie and shit, but we always get in our own way. We don't, us, and I mean us as a whole, we don't rally behind everybody the way different areas do.
Right.
I think that's an industry kind of thing. But because the public, I know when you're dealing with LA artists,
Right on,
they're
Sean.
even somewhat authentic, they develop huge fame. Like I remember Roddy Ricch and Baby Keem and stuff like that years before the mainstream got on their line, and they would literally have lines around the corner to see them off word of mouth. Now the industry might not have embraced them. In fact, I remember when Roddy Ricch was first getting on, and Baby Keem and all them, the industry had grabbed Blueface as the dude, but then Blueface started showing up at events, and the crowd actually wanted Roddy Ricch. And Blueface would then refuse to perform if he wasn't the headliner because he had the major label deal. So the industry, but the people in LA was all in for them. Cats like 03, Greedo, this and that. Now here in the Bay, the public don't necessarily get behind artists unless Camille, the industry, says this is the hot person. But in places like LA, if the streets say this is that person, the crowds is coming. Kendrick Lamar was platinum in the streets of LA way before he went mainstream.
I can respect that.
But but here in the Bay though, if we talking about the Bay
Yeah,
though,
let's talk about here.
if the industry don't say this is the person and a couple of the so-called popular people don't start posting you, then even the
that sucks.
fans will lightweight front on you like you ain't got it
Oh,
cracking.
I don't know. It's kind of catchy because you got different circles, and then you got different promoters. So I'm starting to see, like, the artists are supporting the artists more. And if you're not seeing it, then you're probably not familiar with, those artist retreat circles. Some for the honeys, for the LGBTQ community. Starting to notice, like, the more I go out, and the more you support other people, like, the artists end up being each other's fans first and singing each other's songs, and then that's how
I
you
ain't
know.
gonna lie,
you sell your-
I like what Twice Them is doing over there, and I told this to Twice though is that I'm old school. I've been doing this for a long time. Been all over the world
Longer
behind
than two.
this. And I'm old.
Saber-tooth
In fact, there's some artists that was getting up on the stage in the artist retreat, and I ain't gonna tell my age, but I had a record deal before they was probably even born. But the bottom line though is that I saw an amazing amount of completely unprepared, unprofessional artists who didn't have no business on nobody's stage. But I understand that the artist retreat is about developing some of these
open
artists.
mic.
But as me and Twice was talking, and I said, I pointed out a couple people, and I said, that person gonna need a lot of work, but they do got potential. That person right there, and he was basically like, shit, you can't tell these niggas nothing. So I saw a lot. So I see some people saying that I be seeing them on the Instagram and stuff because they follow me, so I follow back.
Yeah.
And they'll be on the
I'm supporting
Instagram like,
everybody.
oh, niggas is hating this and that. And I'll be looking at it and be like, you actually ain't polished enough or even prepared to go to another level. So is people really hating on you, or you just not?
You're just not there.
You, not only you not there, but you arrogant about. So, you know what? Sean Granberry says he believes it starts with the music producers being on the same page,
Right.
and that's how other cities connect the dots.
You're
What do you
right.
feel about that? And Sean also says we need to build an ecosystem of support to make it easier for artists like Red to succeed.
Of course.
How do you feel about that? And Sean is from Hip Hop TV. He's been all over the world, and he's really a sharp cat.
Yeah, I think he's correct. I didn't. So you have producer, right? I was talking to my manager about this. I thought producer was the person to make the beat, but then you have producers that actually fully develop the entirety of the track. So I'm just learning about that. I'm still in artist development, but it's been a long run for me. So, you know, I'm surprised I didn't know the difference up until like last year. You know, so I believe that, and then the ecosystem. You kind of, I mean, if we feel like our people can't get it together, we just take advantage of the opportunities that are there for us and people that are kind of already established in that. Also, before anybody was really supporting me or behind me, I'm like, all right, I'm about to use this internet to my advantage and make my own system, you know, be my own internet street team. Right. So I just feel like you got to,
and you do push a hard line. Much
Thank
respect to you on that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I guess
Now,
I've been
his
following you
name
for a
is
minute.
Mud now, but I first grasped that back in the 90s. His name is Mud now, but there was some cats running around talking about, oh, Diddy just, the mother niggas make the beats. Diddy just come put his name on it. And I repeated that shit in front of the wrong person. And they laughed at me and then told me, said, you mother niggas make the beats. They beat makers. But to really produce the song, bring the artist in, say, up this hi-hat, put this on there, get that artist in the booth and make them produce the best version of the song they could, to produce the track. And they said, nobody in the game does that better than Diddy. He could take a random beat and a random artist and put them in there. And when that finished thing comes out, it is ready for the, you know what I'm saying? So
mass consumption.
Exactly. So, you know, and I was under that impression too. Like, you like, oh, whoever make the beat, that's the producer. But nowadays, the way the game is now, Cat can email you a beat, you go in the studio somewhere and, oh, I'm the producer. No, the producer is the person who make sure that can coach you to your best performance and produce the track. The person who can say, here is the finished track. That's the producer. Dr. Dre don't make all them beats, but he damn sure when you come out the studio with Dr. Dre, that shit going platinum.
I feel like too, like so many issues is not self-inflicted, but we have a factory, right, so to speak, right, of music that we put out, and we tend to only, when it's time to finally, like, okay, when something goes out in a business structure, you got like quality and control. So you got people who say, okay, this is what the product is supposed to be, this is how it's when it leaves here, this is what we think is A+. And I think that we've gotten away from our roots as being well-rounded, creative, art form product that comes out of the Bay Area. So like to specifically, like what I'm saying is, like, if you don't have that certain sound, like that Bay Area sound, then you're not gonna escape. But then the problem is, like other areas and other places around the world, they don't. Sometimes I really feel like they be so far behind where we be at, or we just be so different in the product that we put out there that it's not getting accepted. And if that doesn't make sense, I'll just kind of go back to like back in the day when we had like In Vogue, we had Tony Tone, we had Tupac, who was repping the town at that time that I'm talking about, who could hit you hard, but he could also hit you with the Dear Mama and the political songs and touch. And we're simply not producing that type of music. We don't have, we're like a shotgun. When we shoot our shot, every year we hit, like, we spread out, hit all kind of shit. Now we're just shooting a couple bullets, bro, and it ain't hitting. Like, it's not hitting. And it's like, a lot of it is, like, if you come out like a real lyrical artist who ain't on talking about mobbing, robbing, macking, pimping, then it's just like, well, that nigga's hella soft, or that female, she ain't really talking to, like, hella grimy and talking about, eating the booty like groceries and all that shit. Then it's like, oh, well, she don't fit the mold. Or if you don't have that loud, whiny voice that a lot of these female artists have, I like it. I like it, but I'm just saying, like, but when a sister comes with something different, it's like, oh, she don't fit that mold. Or, like, sometimes you gotta listen to what people say and, like, what they talking about. And I feel like it's hard because, like, even my music is different, and motherfuckers, like, I feel like I gotta fit this mold so much, like, to where it should be about the art form and music. And a lot of times we shut it down within our own circles and be like, okay, well, that's just not, that ain't, he ain't talking about this. But when we hear a nigga rah-rah, we like, yeah, that's the shit. Yeah, that's the shit. You know what I mean? But what is he really talking about? Is he talking about investing? What about the days when we was rapping about, like, getting money and giving it back to the community? And niggas don't know how to do that creatively now. It's all about taking shit and stealing. It ain't about, oh, I've spent 50,000 on stock, or I want to learn. You know what I mean? It ain't the same topics, bro. It's like everything is a lot of self-destructive shit.
Yeah, shout out LaRussell though.
It's the kids.
Well,
the thing is, it's the glorification of the kids that grew up in the portables. The fly kids ain't glorified no more. You wanna be Dusty. You know what I'm saying?
You just did something with LaRussell, right?
Yeah.
Speak on it. Come on.
Man,
don't be shy.
I call it the Holy Ghost in there.
Every morning I wake up I used to ride around the city in a GT coupe.
Yeah.
I fuck with LaRussell the long.
That's an amazing experience. Like,
that boy
Speak on it.
Even just approaching the line to get into the backyard is just like, damn, bro, like, what are we doing? Like, you showing us how to really do this shit. Like,
for real.
We want to bang our turfs for apartments and shit that we rent. Why not go buy a house and start a business with your family out of it? Like, man, it's real welcome in there.
The thing about LaRuss, not to cut you off, is like, that's another thing too that I feel like is missing from our music. It's no soul in it no more. Everybody got this groggy, high ass sound, like they rapping like like hella slow.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Whereas when you listen to his music, right, he could talk about hella different shit.
He can speak about a whole lot of different topics, and he always speaks in a way that, even if you disagree with what he's saying, you always feel the authenticity and the sincerity of what he's saying. So in that regards, and when y'all was talking earlier about artists are stuck in the thing, I'm thinking that a lot of that is financial. Because back in the 90s, we had labels and we had things in place where I could say, you know what? You just develop as an artist. We're going to pay the bills. We're going to put money behind you.
Yeah, the real
so now you can truly develop your voice as an artist. But if you out here got to hustle for yourself, or it's just you and your manager hustling, then now you got to do what sells. So now, if this is the lane that sells, you got to do what sells because you can't afford not to. Right. Whereas back in the late 80s, early 90s, there was
the artist development.
Even though it's a richer economy now, there was more money behind artists, so you could develop. Some people could even do. Like, for instance, Mr. Fab.
To grow.
Mr. Fab is real polished right now, this and that, right? But he dropped a couple of albums before that, like Nig Latin and stuff like that, with completely different styles. And he was able, but he had a team behind him, Gary Archer and all them. He had a team behind him, and he was able to grow and develop into the artist that he is now.
Right. Shout out Gary Archer, man.
If he'd have came in today under today's circumstances, he might have been forced to only be in this one lane because you got to do what you got to do. So
The
nowadays,
industry, the machine
it don't
pushes
seem like artists have a chance to grow.
cookie cutter artists out now,
Right.
and that's what's wrong with the
But
system.
when a La Russell
You-
comes along, who is
Amazing.
a kind of developed artist,
A breath of fresh air.
he looking like King Kong compared to everybody else.
He's a
But
breath
I
of
think
fresh
some
air.
of these other cats and some of these other ladies that's out here, they got the potential to do that. But on the flip side, the money and the structure ain't there to allow them to become their full self. And sometimes we be judging them like, but it's like, no, what if somebody put some bread behind it?
So I got
What if they have a
double-edged
chance to take
sword,
2,
too,
3
though.
years just to do nothing but rap?
It's a double-edged sword too, because now you don't really need somebody behind you to make a video and do all
Right.
this and get heard. So
Accessibility.
you got people, everybody just jumping off the building. He's trying
Right.
to say what
But
they,
you might need somebody though.
parachute
You
going
got
on.
an
You might
iPhone
need
15.
you might
you
need
can do
somebody though
everything.
Right.
to pay the rent and the electric bill.
Shit, you
And-
gotta do that.
And tell, but what if somebody was able to come to you and say, you know what? I got you for the next year. How
Yeah.
much is your bill? I got you for the next year. You just spend the next year.
Develop.
In the
You
studio.
spend next year writing and in the studio collabing.
Hone your
Oh, you
craft.
wanna get a
Bro, you
feature
gonna
with
go
whatever
extra
person?
crazy.
That
See?
person will be here tomorrow. Just think of how you could just bloom as an artist.
Right.
So that's kind of why it's kind of hard to judge artists nowadays, because they don't have the machine behind them for you to see what their true artistry is.
Right. You have to be a Padawan before you can ever be
Right.
a Jedi.
But a lot
And-
of it is hustle though too. Like if
True.
you look at artists,
Yeah.
shout out to like Filthy Fab,
Right.
Jay Styles.
Jay
Jay
Stalin.
Stalin.
Yes.
Man, because
Doing their thing.
But each of them
because they
though been on
always
for at least
hustle.
15
Exactly.
years. So I'm saying, so they really from a whole, even though they the top dogs now,
Yeah.
they really from another generation.
Right.
to
They
what
got
people
the
doing
they
now.
got the last of
Right. Like I said,
the-
Mr. Fab, you know, he
they
had
got
a chance
the
to develop.
last of that meat sack.
Yeah.
That dope sack, and I don't mean dope as in the poison that's given to our people. I mean just dope as in the raw essence of that ism. They wanted
Mhm.
that ism that we grew up on.
Mhm.
They was one of the last to get some of that,
Yeah.
and it was instilled in them, and they mobbing forward.
I remember when
But
Jay
with them,
Stalin
they
used to
hustle,
come
though.
down. I remember when Jay Stalin used to come down to Pat's and rap Pat's. If you old school, you know about Pat's.
Mhm.
But I remember when Jay Stalin used to come down, and my partner was like, "Man, is that a little kid?" Because he was kind of short,
Yeah.
and he had the baby face, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "Blood, that kid gonna blow." We didn't know how old he was, but I noticed that it was cats coming 30, 40 deep up there to see him. And he'd be rapping at Pat's, and people was literally like niggas I knew from Acorn
Mm-hmm.
that I knew didn't have a car would be there, and I'd be like, so I know that they walked from
Or they
Acorn
got there.
to come see him, and I said, blood,
Support.
this little nigga got some type of charisma. He building the movement, shit gonna be major. Next thing you know, they did the live wire thing, and it blew, but you could tell off rip that Jay Stalin was gonna be something, that he was gonna be something special. But like I said, Jay Stalin, Filthy, Fab, and them, they from a previous generation. They just still on top of their game.
Yeah.
But
So
what I
But
was
the
gonna
new
say
cats
is they
come
work ethic though. They all
Yeah.
every time I talk to
Yeah.
one of them, blood, they in the studio. Filthy said key to success is to do one thing about music every day. You just gotta do one thing about music every day.
You want to hear something funny though in regards to that?
Mhm.
Is that it's rappers who ain't got 10% of what Filthy has accomplished,
Mhm.
and he outworking them.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
how you gonna be broke and let a rich nigga outwork you? That
uh,
ain't motivation for you to get up off your ass? Or you over here handing out flyers of Filthy pull up in the big Rolls Royce, and the reason why he in the Rolls Royce is not necessarily because he's better than you. He's working harder than
Working
you.
harder.
you gotta
Get off
work.
your ass.
You gotta put
And
in
they
the work.
all record dumb fast in the
Practice.
studio. You be like, are you kidding me? You wrote
Practice.
that, Jack?
Over the New Year's Eve,
Practice
over the
make
New
permanent.
Year's, Fab said, "Send me verses. I'm working." It did like
Right.
50 verses. And,
Came up Whoa.
You know what I'm saying?
But did
Right.
you see the one cat like, oh,
So-
you don't get credit for working? It was some comment. I guess he got it.
You damn sure don't get credit for not working.
Yeah, some cat got in the comments on that shit was hating, talking about, yeah, you don't get credit for working. You gotta.
Bullshit.
It's just like, man, are you kidding me, bro? Like,
If I get $1 a
Hard.
project, then I'm gonna drop 1,000,000 projects.
What I told y'all from the beginning, you know me, I'm old school. Practice make permanent. It don't
Make perfect. Ain't nothing perfect. Practice make permanent. You gotta always be at it. Always working, always doing something. Because once you think or in your mind have
the audacity to think that you are on the top of the mountain, that's when you begin to fall off the mountain if you're not continuously working, because
Why now?
Turn into a must.
every day we alive is a brand new day and is a day further than we've ever seen. So if I could have been the man when I was 15. Say I peaked when I was 15. Shit, I'm 48 plus 1. You know I hate that number. Fuck your team.
bang, bang.
But I'm just saying, if I peaked when I was 15 and I'm still here, but I'm just still surviving on my, you remember Al Bundy, I had scored 4 touchdowns in high school, Polk High. You
I
just
was
living your life on repeat
I
on
was-
some bullshit.
I was locked up at 15, and I was dreaming of days like this.
That's the last time I got arrested when I was 15. But yeah. What was I saying? She is fucking.
Yeah, I was
back
on
to the mentality,
I was like
yeah.
15. I was like on my
Thinking
second.
at 15.
I was on my like second year of an indeterminate stay. Because back in the
Shout out
days,
to Whiteout.
when
What's
you were
happening, my
juvenile,
guy?
The youth
What's up,
authority,
Whiteout?
they can literally parole you at any time between 15 and 25.
Yeah, that's some different shit.
Yeah. Oh, they used to do niggas any kind of way back in that day. For all I know, they still
I'm
doing
aware.
them like that, but literally. Some cats would go home
Anthony,
at
I'm
16,
not
and
fucking
some
with you.
cats literally would go home at 25.
I saw his shit.
He
But-
always wilding out in the comments.
Back to the, because we didn't win, but back to, I want to get back to the, you was with
My advice,
Russell.
don't get locked up.
Yeah. You've
With
been
an
with
open
Russell.
parole
date.
Let me reel it back in.
Stop it,
So,
Stop it.
let's speak on that.
Yeah,
How
Mark
did-
Anthony be wild, and I
how-
saw that shit. I wasn't even.
We're not fucking with Anthony tonight. Back to your event. You was with Russell. Let's go on that. Let's talk
Yeah,
about
so-
that for a minute.
My manager brought me there. I pretty much wanted to just enjoy the vibe.
Speaking of your
How
manager,
did
I
that network?
heard that your manager's a real taskmaster, brutal, almost like military.
Speak on it. Speak on it.
Tell me about your
She's a
manager.
beast. She's
Yeah.
a boss.
Yeah, and she like an army general, just hard,
Salute.
like a 5'3" giant.
Mm.
That's what they saying in the streets.
5'3" giant.
Was she 5'3"? Is she even that tall?
Maybe 5'4", 5'3".
Okay, 5'4". She like the world's tallest 5'4" person.
Yeah. She
But I think
definitely-
part of it is her aura, because when she comes in the room, she's larger than life.
So,
You know what I'm saying? So that could be it. But
shout out to your
what's it
manager.
like working with her? Because she's a successful
I'm gonna come back to the
businesswoman.
Russell thing.
Mm-hmm.
She's
So,
everything.
If you want the whole story, matter of fact, let me do LaRussell.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go back to my manager. So with LaRussell, it was like a humbling experience. I definitely have to and grab that mic. You do this.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
don't
yeah.
pass up no opportunities.
Yeah,
So,
your manager is family. You know,
He kind of
that's my folks.
he kind of like pointed the mic at me at first, and I was like, nah, and then she was like, next time get up there. So
What was going
you know.
through your mind that you said that?
I just I just wanted to chill and watch the show. Like honestly, I might be I think I might be a little spoiled. I like the way I've been looking. I've been fresh as hell at all my shows. All cocky shit aside, it's the truth. But
Nothing
I
wrong
just
with
was
being
laid
humbly
back,
cocky.
in my chilling at home mode, and I kind of felt like I was at home at the Russell thing, So I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I'd be nervous. My nerves kicked in. I'm like, it's almost like I couldn't even think at that time. Like I'm observing, like I'm thinking they were coming off the top, freestyling off the top, but they were rapping stuff they knew by heart. So my lyrics, I'm like, shit. And then it's a different type of beat that they were playing. It wasn't even a beat, like he was playing live instruments.
Mm-hmm.
So then when I picked one in my head, it's like it's time to go up. I'm like, I didn't even get to figure out my delivery for the lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
But when I got up there, I stumbled and
Like physically.
No, not
Like
physically
almost
stumbled.
fell? Oh.
Like, I stopped. I probably said 2 bars and stopped. Larissa came behind me, massaged my shoulders.
He was
He
like, "You
it's
got
all right.
this."
You here for this? You got this.
See, that's
You know?
that's what's up.
Positive
Salute
energy.
He's
that.
like, you got this. So I looked down, took a deep breath, and I was still fucking shaking. So I just turned around and gave him a hug. And after that hug, I was like, fuck it. I spit my stuff. And, sometimes I got to get out of my head, but they was feeling what I was saying.
The crowd was
Yeah,
receiving
they received it. And,
Yeah, I saw the video.
it's just love. So a lot of artists have stumbled, but, they
Everybody.
picked themselves up and started over. It's just, I hate to stumble. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just
it
hate
happens.
it. I know it happens, but I'm like, come on now.
It happens.
Why now? Come on.
I give you a
I want to
cold
pinch
one.
myself. But
Like we was in high school, right? And so, matter of fact, because this is February, this is Black History Month for you Negroes.
Said scoot over this way.
We had a performance, and to tell you that everybody got nerves. So it was during the high school assembly. We had 2 performances during the assemblies, and I fucking froze on my shit. Just new bars wrote recently and did, and you know how we do. We if you fuck up, we fuck with you.
Mm-hmm.
My nigga threw a donut at me
what?
in the front of the gym. We
That's
had.
a
You did it?
No, it's
No.
a dude thing, though.
I'm just saying.
If
That's
this the worst day of your life, it's about to get worse.
yeah. My nigga threw a donut at me, and I was like,
That makes
because I
sense.
slipped on a bar. So I get what you're saying.
Nah,
Now, the second show, I ripped it, but
yours was worse. Ain't nobody.
the shit happens. We human. Niggas was like, nigga, I got you. Now, of course, I ripped him up later, but it happens. We human. But I get it. You get in that shit like, I don't want to fuck up.
But you ripped it on the second show, and after you stumbled, which is more proof that
Mm-hmm.
cream eventually will rise to the top if given the opportunity.
Right. I ain't religious. I'm
That's why I used to
spiritual.
hate
That
Showtime
we
at the
fall
Apollo
down, but
shit
we
where
get up.
they
That
come
shit.
out and yank people off the stage, and you be like, man, let
saying,
them
man.
relax. Let them relax and get a moment, catch their breath, and this might be Whitney Houston you dragging off the stage.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Clowning, but you know.
Exactly.
I mean,
So
that's
yeah,
the risk the artists take on that type of show. You can either get booed or cheered on.
Right.
that's
But an
anywhere.
open mic or something like that's real welcoming. You shouldn't have to expect that. You expect the love. So,
True, but I mean
I didn't
that,
expect that much love. I'm like, damn, like this.
that shit was dope. I watched
I felt
it
like I was family, and that was my first time walking in.
because I seen it.
Like
You
this.
posted, and I was like, "That's what's up." I'm like, she doing that. That's what's up.
Speaking
And
of
I
that,
commented, and you replied to my comment. I was like, "That's what's up."
you know,
That's because I'm
I didn't ignore your
always.
comment.
I'm always support people just doing something good, doing something because I don't even if I do or don't have a dog in the fight. I just
Right.
love to see us doing some shit, prospering, doing like I said, doing shit, motivating, reaching
Elevating.
levels, heights, expanding our horizons, whether it's traveling, whether it's business, whether it's acting, photography, motion pictures, whatever the fuck it is. I love to see us doing shit, prospering,
Yeah.
and doing shit that's having us in a good light
don't do no
to
regular shit,
ourselves.
just do some shit.
Not the trail that the machine puts us on, and we gotta
Yes,
gotta go do
she
what master
did.
told me to do.
Don't
I
quit.
gotta like my little shake my ass and all that. Don't get me wrong, I'm a heterosexual man. I love to see tits and ass, but at the end of the day, I prefer brains.
Some of us love it more than others.
Yeah, true. I know tits and ass. It's good. It's good. But I'm just saying, it's good to
It's
see
good for them to have both.
us
But you gotta have
doing
one or
shit.
the other.
Oh, so here's to the point earlier. Bonkusha Jenga said, "Didn't Lauryn Hill get booed on the Apollo as a kid?" Yes, she did.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she did. I got booed before, and I can outbar a lot of niggas. And believe me, I'm retired. I retired 90 something,
I almost
2000.
got booed, but I promised to
But-
kill everybody in that motherfucker.
I'm just saying,
Crazy.
everybody has failed. The master has failed more times than the student has even tried.
For sure. Fact. Now let me ask you this. You said about the love, right?
Mhm.
Now, as an artist, Some artists are motivated by the love. They need that crowd. They need that applause. And some artists are simply so passionate about this is what I got to say. It don't matter if it's 1 or 1 million. That's what I'm here for. What do you feel that you are? Or is it a passionate message, or do you need that love, or
You say as a performer or when I'm making an actual song?
no, as you, as your motivation as an artist?
It's just something I enjoy to do.
It's been times where I only had one person looking at. We just had a show the other day, or last week, and it was only us artists, and we just there supporting each other. Like I love that. Like my favorite part about it is performing. So when I do freeze up, I'm like, I don't know what the hell going on, but I just kind of click and enjoy that zone. And when I'm making, I think my deepest songs is really based off emotion. So love fuels, my creative side.
There you go.
Or it could be hurt as well.
So you
like
write,
this
so
thing
you
got
create
me.
your art for yourself.
Scar-
I'ma
to
choose
build
me
character.
before I choose you. Like I'm a.
So you create your art for yourself, and it doesn't
Yeah.
matter if
Man.
the people love it, then they love it. If not, but you do you.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so you self motivated.
I'll sit on music. Like I've had to sell my laptop and not even clear it, and had like 3 projects on it. I don't know who got it. What they did with it. It is what it is. But at a certain
them
point,
Tupac levels, those are gonna be released as unauthorized albums.
Unauthorized.
it's good. I
Executive
probably didn't
produced
buy
by
the beat
me.
anyway. I probably downloaded it from SoundClick or something. But even my kid's father, like I was pregnant, still recording and not even putting it out, or like here and there I'll throw something out. But I'm just at the point
That's
where
a major
it's
creative
like-
time.
it's
You
now-
did.
Y'all, I need to
Yeah.
get a hold to that laptop and hold it for future.
Yeah.
Me
It had
and,
to be at least
me and
2
her
of them.
manager would just have to
We
fight
had
it
to
out.
talk,
in
we had
court.
to talk about it later.
So now, in my process, like I'm working on developing my lyrics, but I feel like I'm giving the foundation to where I can work with the producer. Like, I got the concept, I got the melody,
Right,
let's
Mark
build
Anthony.
it up. So as for right now, I'm just, just creating, and whatever the budget is, I think when the budget gets bigger, the production will. So as for now,
Keep pushing.
I'm at a happy spot. Like I'm looking forward to my next project, and I know the one after that is gonna be even better
It's growth.
because I got the giant with me, and we ain't playing.
There you go.
Now, Mark Anthony, Lauryn Hill getting booed last year was a spectacular thing to see.
Great. She
because
needed that shit.
She was getting booed by people who loved her. People who spent hundreds of dollars to. If
That's
you
a
could make
different
niggas
type
that
of
spend
boo.
hundreds of dollars to come see you and then boo you, you are fucking up. That's the equivalent of trying to pull out your gun, shooting yourself in the foot, and having to tell the other nigga, "Hold on, blood, I need a timeout because I've shot myself." And that's what Lauryn Hill does. She came down to the Paramount and fell, and just did the rest of the show laying on the ground after being 3 hours late.
Bullshit.
Niggas went
So-
outside to the box office and they said you couldn't get refunds because she got on stage.
That's the
So that
bullshit.
fulfilled the contract, and there was a
Right.
couple security guards got socked up over that.
So I will ask. I got a great question for you. What advice would you give to any new aspiring artists, whether it's rapping, poetry, camera work, videography, trying to get in the industry? What would you say to them? It's a 2-part question.
Okay.
That's the first part. And the second part of that question is, what advice would you give to yourself 10 years ago? Today, what would you tell yourself 10 years ago?
Okay, so anybody that's aspiring to do it right now, starting off, I say study your lane. Study the people within your lane, and the behind the scenes business side. I mean, you can't do everything, but if you do what Filthy said and do a little bit each day towards the thing, you can, limit it to, all right, let me find out how do I, distribute, how do I make sure all my publishing is correct, like all the ins and outs of whatever lane you're doing. What I would tell myself 10 years ago, I would say, you don't have to be the girl in the spotlight. Focus on yourself and establish a foundation. Stop bouncing everywhere. Like I had my hands on everything, and I found out I couldn't really juggle. So that's what I would tell myself, like zone in and focus on one thing. And the other thing would have been if you love something, then just go for it. You know, I went to college and picked a random major, knowing damn well I love to do cameras and I love to do music. So I should have tried to do one of those or both of those. I still did music, but I didn't take the professional route. I didn't get the paper behind me that says, nah, I'm official. Like, I got my degree in this shit.
There you
So
go.
that's what I would tell myself.
She said she got a degree. She got paperwork. A degree means I will finish a course. I will complete a task. That's what a degree means. So.
And speaking of that, and we just said education, Sean's event tonight is at Safe Studios, and they're trying to develop an ecosystem for artists to mentor, free studio time, performance, interview preparation. Basically the equivalent of an old school A&R, and it's going down tonight at 1733 Broadway from 7 to 10. In fact, when this is a wrap, I'm going to head on down there. And if anyone's an aspiring artist or you even know some aspiring artists, tap in with them and tell them come on down there and, you know, that development. Because back in my days, there was a book called This Business of Music. And in that book, and the book cost $180 back then, when niggas was making $5 an hour. I tell you what an investment it was, and then the book was about 1,000 pages long, but it explained
Everything.
Mechanical royalties, performance royalties, this, that, points on the album. It basically explained everything, and literally, and we used to have a convention that came to San Francisco every year called the Gavin. And it was where the whole industry gathered. But if you hadn't read that book, if you hadn't bought that book and you hadn't studied and you got to talking with people, they would ask you questions out the book. They do it in a subtle way, but if you couldn't answer, then they knew you hadn't educated yourself, and they literally wouldn't take you seriously. And what's amazing to me is that you literally had to go spend basically a month's of wages back in them days and then sit there and read the shit. And we was expected to do that. Nowadays, a cat could just Google it right there on their phone in their hand, and they don't. It's a lot of people jumping into this business, and they don't know about publishing, this and that. And I be like, you want to get a record deal, but you don't even know what you're supposed to make, what you're supposed to get.
Right.
And you want to stream your music, you want to put it on these sites, but you don't even know what you're supposed to get paid. Like, how are you trying to get into this thing and you refuse to do even the most basic preparation that you could do for free right here off your phone? That's amazing to me.
I can imagine opportunities that I got when I was younger that some people would look at me like, man, you could have did this, you could have did that. And it's like, well, nah, I'm at an age in the space where I'm like, nah, I just wasn't supposed to be that.
Everything turns out how it's supposed to be.
Like you said, 17, 18.
A few $1 million or a few 100,000, well, but having a plethora of cash at a young ass age without the maturity to be able to be responsible to how to handle those situations, it's good that the shit didn't happen, because hey, maybe I wouldn't be here. Maybe I probably wouldn't be the melanated king that I am today, because I would have. Well, I had a plethora of.
I got kids in their 30s whose mamas
as a regular nigga catching the bus, so all it would have did was, I'm just saying, I'm just keeping it a buck, but I'm just saying.
Like, are you really still mad about some shit that happened in '92?
You mad? Yeah, you should be mad over that shit. And auntie. Yeah, it's like, I'm good.
I was a fly nigga on candy paint, man, with a pocket full of bread, man. What you expect?
I had a transfer at your baby mama house, guys. I'm just telling you, man. Before you new to us, nigga.
Why is your picture on my cousin's fireplace? Because I'm fucking popular.
Though. But shit isn't funny though. You know, shit happens when it's supposed to happen. I want to wish you all continued success and blessings in everything you do, and I support you and salute you wholeheartedly and what you got going on. Tell the people where they can find you on all your social media platforms.
If you want to add me on YouTube, Instagram, just type in TIKI10HUNNIT. I'm on Facebook under MC Red, M.C.RED. That's not going to change. I'm going to always be MC Red. soon I'm just gonna go by the name Tiki. So you can always call me Tiki. Everybody in the town know me as Tiki. But on Instagram and Facebook, Instagram. Actually, I do have a Facebook fan page too. TIKI10HUNNIC. Just type it in wherever you want, and it's gonna pop up, guaranteed.
There it is.
Same they can find your music where?
Spotify, same name. Type that in, it's gonna pop up. You can even type it
Are
in
you on
YouTube.
iTunes as well?
All streaming platforms.
Okay.
Yep.
That's what's up.
Tidal.
Title, yep. TikTok,
All that.
you name it.
That's what we doing. I want to thank everybody that's been here tonight, tuning in. All y'all in the comments, appreciate y'all.
Especially Mark Anthony.
Yeah, Mark Anthony, that motherfucker. What's up, my guy? Thank y'all for
Sal,
tuning
my
in.
boy Sal, thanks for tuning in.
Sal tuning in.
East El Bonita. Let's see. Melva Johnson, Bonquisa Jenkins, Whiteout, my guy. Whiteout, we got to get you up here again soon, bro. Wes Hendricks. Let me see who else in here. Lamar Russell, Angie Super Flavors. What's happening? Appreciate y'all.
Angie?
Shout out to everybody. Hey, it's the first Friday of February. Black History Month. You niggas out here celebrate your asses off. Don't forget your
I'm glad they
motherfucking
give
sweet
y'all
potato
the
pie
month. And y'all get an extra day this year
motherfucking
on
turkey
y'all
giblets.
month. It's a leap year.
Oh wait, can I say one more thing?
Go for it.
So I never
We
went
done.
back to my manager, but
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, your
Speak on
manager's
your
a hell of a person.
Your manager's a hell of a
She was on
person.
in the Miss Glitter Nail
Lounge. She got
She's short, but she a hell of a person.
2018, yeah, 2018. She took me.
She
under
been on the
her
show a few times.
wing. All right,
That's my motherfucking homie.
yeah. I finished.
Go for it.
1 second, yeah. So she took me under her wing as a videographer. Then she found me on the hashtag, and I was doing a lot of videos for her. And you know, she does community events.
Yeah.
So I've been asking her for years, like, can you manage me? Can you manage me? Can you manage me? And then she just agreed last year. So we've been going hard. I've been doing local shows, but it's been a huge difference since she, stepped into my journey. Like
As a
musically.
businesswoman and stuff like that, I know she has a certain level of professionalism and organization.
Yeah,
Your manager, let me
she
tell you
keeps me
something.
organized on multiple levels, so I really appreciate it.
Like, I've been following you for a minute.
I know it wouldn't be moving like that.
Right,
I
on
would still
social
just be
media.
doing the same.
Peeping your vibe, what's going on. Me and your manager, I know your manager for a while. Been on the show. She was like, hey.
No, I'm gonna keep. Hold on. I'm gonna keep it at 100. This how 100 I'm gonna keep it. I was homeless. Like, she helped me get my spot. She helped me get my car. I came back from New Orleans. Family kicked me out, and I'm not trying to bad talk my family or nothing, but like,
Life happens.
I gotta give a lot of praise to her. Like, swear to God.
She's a hell of a human being.
She is.
She done turned my life around and helped me get on track. So
That's what's
and
up.
I was too old for that shit to be happening, but it did. So that's a real boss. Like,
And how old are you?
The blessed one is the giver.
Nanya.
Nanya.
It's the baby, man.
The blessed one is the giver. And I like your energy. I like your spirit. Like I said, I've been following you for a minute. And I comment and like some of your posts or whatnot every now and then. Be like, what's up? Because like I said, I like to, I support everybody that's doing something. It's what's up. I'm not a gatekeeper. I'm not any of that.
I am. I'm here to keep some of you niggas out the game.
Shit. Fuck that. I just like to see people doing shit, and that's what's up. And like I said, me and your manager is good folks. She reached out and was like, man, what's up? I was like, what's up? And when she said you, I was like, oh, I already follow her. I was like, let's make it happen. So to your point of my man, you got to have somebody who goes hard for you, who opens doors or will knock on the door that you may not have. Because you followed me, and I was like, oh, we've been following each other for a minute. I was like, okay, I'm peeping.
Yeah, I've been watching the episode.
Yeah, and I was like, okay. So a lot of people, I will say, like, I'll reach out to people, or we'll reach out, or me, I can only speak for me. It's rare I will reach out to people and be like, what's happening? I have done it. But I'm like, I'll watch people for a minute and be like, okay. And I'll be like, man, I'll always be like, when I follow people, it's on my thought process of, man, I want to get them on the show to talk and interview them in something. That's the first reason I follow people, if I see what you're doing something. But I'll wait a minute before I may reach out and say something. Because, one, hey, a lot of people may not know who this nigga is. They might be like, nigga, who the fuck is you? And me, I'm like, I'm just a melanated man trying to network. Motherfucker, I've never had nobody come at me on no bad shit, but I'm always reserved with how I reach out to people. But once again, testament to your manners, which that's my folks. Motherfucker, you know, I was like, what's up? She's like, man, what's up? I'm like, it's good. It wasn't no, hey, y'all gotta wait till she hit me. I was like, here go the dates. What you want? Let's do it. But that's the genuineness of this shit. And like I said, I respect and salute you, what you got going. And like I said, I wish you nothing but continued success and blessings in what you got going. I'm gonna tell everybody where they can find him at.
Yo, it's your boy KAMM. You can find me on Instagram, Camouflage, KAMMFLAGE. That's where I'm doing it. Or you can find me on X or Twitter, whatever the hell they want to call it.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy Pharaoh at aka Pharaoh Films, and you can literally find me across the board: Tubi, Peacock, Hulu, all the major streaming platforms. If they showing movies, then they showing me.
That's what it is.
You can find me anywhere online at TIKI10HUNNIT, and hopefully in the future you can find me on one of his Tubi movies. You feel me?
Boom. Speaking to existence, the universe shall reward you what you ask for. And me, I'm Deshaun. You can find me in your bitch's dreams. Why? Because that's where I reside. You niggas know what it be. I mean, I'm just talking shit. I'm humbly cocky than a motherfucker. Hey, but at the end of the day, at 3 in the morning, it's when you rise. It's during the witching hours. Because when you sleep, I'm still awake. And I'm probably doing some shit. But I appreciate everybody. Thank y'all for tuning in. Granberry, what's up, bro? Appreciate you. Everybody that's tuning in, make sure y'all be safe. Remember, you got this. Everybody paying attention to that bullshit.
Shit, rap beef shit, and the R&B beef, and all the other beefs, but at the end of the day, life moves on, and there's more shit happening that you don't pay attention to. And that's the shit that we need to start paying attention to, because you can be on the right track, but you still get ran over by the train if you don't move. You'll get that at 3 in the morning. Now it's time to say goodbye to all my Negro friends. Hey, catch y'all next week, because it's the Love, Sex, and Intimacy show next week. And believe me, you motherfuckers gonna want to be here for this next week. Tune in, man. Fuck with your boy.